So chat, today's video we got Argentina's national team is full of terrible people. And everybody has been talking about Argentina being like this racist, World Cup team. And they just be calling black people monkeys, gorillas, and just saying all these racial slurs. Excuse my, language. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Argentina down in the comments below. Do y'all think Argentina is racist? I ain't gonna lie. Personally, me, after what they did to Speed, Argentina is kind of racist. I'm not gonna lie. But let's go ahead and hop straight into it.
Every year in the world of football, we get to witness some absolute insanity unfold. And I guess it's that time of year again. So throughout this week, there's been a couple of incidents. And I mean, this isn't anything new. This happens.
Can he not say racist? I'm confused. What's going on? Hold on. What did he say? If I said this in the first 30 seconds of a video, it will be demonetized. So he cares about a check. Okay. Nah, I'm playing. I would care about a check too, but I didn't know you could say it in the first 30 seconds.
Incidents. And I mean, this isn't anything new. This happens pretty much every weekend in Spain with Vinny Jr. No idiots, just because he acts like a complete ass doesn't mean you can call him a monkey. I don't know why this is so hard to understand. Anyways though, we begin our story at the beginning of the week of July 15th. During a preseason match between Wolves and newly promoted Serie A side Como, Hwang Hee-chan was racially abused. Hwang reported the incident to the ref, which then prompted his teammate Daniel Podence to throw a punch and get sent off. Other teammates of his and even manager Gary O'Neill brought up the idea of walking off the pitch, but Hwang decided he wanted to keep going. But following that match, Wolves submitted a formal complaint to UEFA, which then prompted Como a day later to release the shittiest response imaginable. And I'm serious, I have no idea how the PR did such a bad job. Their owner is like one of the richest in Italian football. But yeah, the statement starts with the usual, club doesn't tolerate racism, we condemn all forms, yada yada yada. Then the second paragraph, the abuse in question was a Como defender saying to a teammate regarding Hwang, quote, ignore him, he thinks he's Jackie Chan. Which for me personally brings back so many great high school memories of when I was called Jackie Chan in the hallways.
I ain't gonna lie. It was like that peak moment where people used to like be racist to all the Asians and be like, ching, Jackie Chan, quang, 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 quang. Like, they used to make those type of noises and shit. Yes, they used to do that. That's how it was in, high school. That was peak high school.
Rural North Carolina high schools. Gotta love them. Anyways, in the third paragraph, it all went downhill. Because Como decided to double down and say that the Jackie Chan comment was made in reference to Hwang's teammates calling him, quote, Channing. I mean, come on, man. Oh yes, our player did say, in fact, hey, stop eating dog, slant eyes, but this was not racist. He just overheard the opposing player's teammates say he's got that dog in him. He was simply just concerned. You gonna really attack an animal rights activist? Also, while we're here, and while it's not all of them, they are never being the allegations. But I want to go back to Hwang's teammates, more specifically Daniel Podence, because this man in particular invited to every single KBBQ worldwide. This man will be eating and drinking good. Well, actually, okay, maybe for his sake, don't introduce him to soju. However, Daniel Podence's response to racism reminds me of one of my favorite stories in the world of football. You see, back in 2012, Didier Zokora was called the N-word by Emre Belözoğlu, and when their teams met again a few months later, retribution. Zokora's teammates were basically jumping Emre, and then Zokora himself kicked the bastard straight in the dick. Beautiful, sweet justice. You can kneel all you want, ignore all you want. That obviously hasn't been working. And I don't care what anyone says. Oh, you give the power to them if you retaliate. F that. To deal with the racist player, you kick that shit out. Literally. By the way, the reason—
Damn, they just targeted him bad right there. Kicked him in the nuts? Like, what type of shit is that?
And I know about this story is through one of my favorite videos on YouTube. I first watched this when I was 12. I keep coming back to it every few years. I don't know. It's something about the actual production of this video that I just love so much about it. Highly recommend. On to the other incidents, and this one caused an even bigger stir. After beating Colombia to win their second straight Copa America, the Argentinian national team celebrated by singing a racist song about the French national team? The lyrics go like this. They play for France, but their parents are from Angola. Their mother is from Cameroon, while their father is from Nigeria, but their passport says French. Very ironic coming from the same players whose descendants come from Italy and Germany. And also Scotland for some reason. Oh yeah, there's also the transphobic line which references a rumor about how Mbappe was dating a trans woman at some point. But I ask again.
Wow. That's crazy. So they made a song about him saying Mbappe. It's like a slang expression. Translates as someone who has sex with trans.
Why, after beating Colombia, do you sing a discriminatory song about the French national team? This is like if Spain won the Euros and started singing about Argentina's poverty levels. This song originally popped up during World Cup 2022, but at that point it was just a bunch of fans, so we all just kind of thought, oh yeah, this is pretty bad, but we shouldn't associate these subhumans with the players. The player live streaming this to the whole world was midfielder Enzo Fernandez. Enzo plays for Club Chelsea, and has 7 teammates that are French and black. Is he f***ing stupid? One of which called him and the whole national team out on social media. Shout out Wesley Fofana for that, by the way. We also saw some of Enzo's teammates unfollow him on Instagram. Mid-table finish and race war? This is gonna be some season for Chelsea.
Yeah, I want to follow him too, bro. You being racist toward me and we on the same team? What type of shit is that? What is that?
French Football Federation then a couple hours later submitted a formal complaint to FIFA, to which FIFA said they would investigate. Then a few hours after that, we got a statement from Enzo Fernandez. And just like Como, this was a complete disaster. He admits that the song was very offensive, and then in the very next paragraph apologized for, quote, getting caught up in the euphoria of winning Copa America. Can you guys just say what you did wrong and take the next steps to educate yourself? Why is there always some kind of excuse? Also, Comic Sans? Comic Sans? Oh, but don't worry. The excuses don't end there, though. A couple days later, Lionel Messi's personal bitch, Rodrigo de Paul, showed how stupid he is by straight up just admitting the song was racist. No, I'm not kidding. He said, quote, you don't analyze the songs that much. I can understand people who have suffered racism and don't like it. Enzo Fernandez, oh yeah, you know, it was just kind of you.
So he just admitted and snitched on his whole team. Was like, yeah, we made a song and we sung it on Instagram Live. Yes, it was racist. We're sorry, but if it offended you, we're very sorry. What type of shit?
Euphoria of the moment, you know, I wasn't really thinking. Rodrigo de Paul, I am a proud racist man. Also, why are we only talking about Enzo here? Just from de Paul's statement alone, it appears he had no problem singing it either. I can't confirm whether or not he and many others did, but seeing how they're all defending Enzo, I mean, that's just a massive self-report. The fact that no one has come out and said, hey, listen, this was bad, I wasn't a part of it, any of that kind of stuff, definitely says quite a lot. Again, can't confirm any names because it is like a 240p video, but this is all very telling. Responses didn't just come from the players though. We also heard some from government officials. The Undersecretary of Sport publicly called for Messi to apologize for the national team's behavior, and he was fired. Meanwhile, on the other side of the spectrum, you had the Argentinian vice president saying that because France were colonizers, they have no right to call out Argentina. Bitch, I don't recall Leslie Ugochukwu being responsible for colonialism. Are you f***ing dumb? And while I really don't want to talk about them, I feel like I have to, because we have to point out the true stupidity online. I've seen some dumb ass takes. Oh, they were just telling the truth. When did it become a crime to tell the truth? Marcus Thuram was born in Italy, and Eduardo Camavinga moved from Angola to France at age 2. Besides those 2 players, every single one of those French national team players was born in France. I've also seen people, and the cuck, blame the victim of racism more than the perpetrator of racism. You're telling me Wesley Fofana and his teammates had a completely valid reaction to a discriminatory song about them? No. There's also the people using videos and images of Enzo being happy around black people to say that he's not racist. But it's even weird when
that doesn't mean nothing though. You could be happy around black people and don't like black people and be racist in the inside, bro. That does not mean anything. That's like me being around white people and me being so happy around white people, but I could be a racist. You don't know. until they show their true colors. And that's what the team did. They showed their true colors. What the fuck?
You think about it a little bit deeper, because these people are just kind of acting like black people aren't even like a human. They're just like a robot. Look,
man.
Look at how he treats the black people. Some white liberal ass shit. And when it comes to shit like this, the whataboutisms are to be expected. This one in particular references the Dembele Japanese hotel incident from a few years back. I made a whole video about that, by the way. Now, I'll agree that the outrage from the general public definitely wasn't enough, and that opens conversation for the fact that anti-Asian discrimination seems to be kind of not really talked about as much. But if you're using this incident as like a gotcha, like, oh, well, you know, you were racist at one point, that means it cancels out. That I'm sorry, but you never cared either. Listen, I'm not saying you need to ruin your friend's grass, but I can assure you that when the news first came out, you definitely didn't say a damn thing. But I can assure you that when the news...
Why do they have Shaq burning? Yo, that's so racist. They could have picked everybody else, but they got Shaq on here.
First came out, you definitely didn't say a damn thing. But to finish this off, to anyone who still disagrees and believes the song wasn't racist, that was some bad news for you, because the whole national team itself definitely disagrees with you there. Because right at the end of Enzo's stream, you can distinctly hear someone say, "Corta el vivo," cut the live. They knew what they were singing, and they knew exactly what would happen if the...
So they didn't want to record it. They just wanted to be racist and private. But this dumbass teammate started going live and got the whole team caught up. And now the whole world knows that Argentina is a racist country and a racist football team.
The rest of the world saw it.
You know, truth be told, I'm not a very big fan of the black people.
But yeah.
This isn't about every Argentina player or fan being racist. It's about acknowledging that repeated racist incidents involving a national team deserves criticism and accountability, just like they would for any other country. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe for more of these. Until then, I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'm gone.